Welcome, everyone. I want to appreciate you all for being here for our Big Leap Bridge class today. So my name is Michelle Yasuda, and I'm the program director for the Big Leap Home online programs. And these programs are part of the Foundation for Conscious Living. And the intention of the programs is to support individuals, organizations, and communities in generating agency, connection, and creativity on our shared planet. And I just love that intention. And I love being in a space with fellow travelers who are interested in that. And so there's just a couple logistics I'm going to go over first, and then I'm excited to turn this call over to my dear friend and lovely, lovely, amazing colleague, Darlene. So I wanted to let you know, if you are not aware of it, we have the Big Leap Home. Oh, actually, it's called the Hendricks Network now. That's so funny. The Hendricks Community. And it's a space on the Mighty Networks. I don't know if you are familiar with the Mighty Networks, but it's a platform for communities to connect. And there's no ads, there's no distractions. It is just the community coming together, learning together, growing together. And it's a space that I think you will enjoy if you're interested in these kinds of programs. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for that. I'll do that right now, as a matter of fact. And there we go. Okay, so if you're interested, there you go. And I wanted to just start out with, if you have questions during the call, you can put those in the chat. Darlene, would you like people to raise their hand? Yeah, you can wave your hand around. You can use your electronic hand, and then Darlene will get to your questions when it's a good moment for that. And so I want to invite you all into a commitment together. So when you listen to these words, notice how they land in your body. I invite you to take a nice deep breath into your belly. We find that learning works best when we choose to bring curiosity, openness to learning, and appreciation of ourselves and others into the space. Yeah. And so now I have the great pleasure of saying an appreciation for our dear facilitator today, Darlene. What can I say about you, Darlene? That hasn't been said. Um, what I appreciate, I think the absolute most about you is your playful consciousness. You're so engaged in learning and growing and wanting to, like, it's like the lust for life in such a beautiful way, and for like conscious life, and not just life but conscious life. And whether it's dancing or whether it's connecting with other people or in your coaching, I feel like your presence is an invitation for play, for there's a softness to it. And then there's also this delightful, like sassy. I often think of myself as sassy, but you've got that sassy going on. There might be a different word, but I feel it. Yeah, and I love it. And I so appreciate you being willing to be here and share your absolute love for this topic. And so I'm going to go ahead and hand the call over to you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, there you go.
Ah, I'm just receiving your toss, and I feel very seen. And I have so many things to appreciate you for, Michelle, but I'll just narrow it down to one today. You've been getting all teary already. You've impacted my life so greatly. I would say mostly from seeing my essence. I feel like you see the path of my essence stretching before I do. And you nudged me. You nudged me on that path of expressing my essence with such um, love and playfulness and um, my life has changed greatly because of you and the Hendrix community. I have you to thank for introducing me to the Hendrix community. And so thank you for being here. And thank you for the Big Leap Bridges are all, I'm going to give it credit to Michelle. All these classes, you can find them on YouTube. Oh my gosh, there's so many. If you want a little boost, so many awesome Big Leap Bridge classes. And I hope this is going to be one of them. I'm scared. I'm feeling scared, and I'm presencing that, and I'm also feeling excited. Mostly, I'm feeling so much joy at seeing your faces. And oh my goodness, there's people from different countries all over the world, and dear friends I haven't hugged yet, and friends I've hugged so many times. And so I'm just going to start by adding to what we call presencing. And I'm doing this for me, and I invite you to join me in coming into this present moment together. As I'm settling in, I'm sensing into me. And I invite you to take some connected breaths while you come home to yourself. And you may or may not know what that means for you. And I invite you to not think about it, simply lean into coming home to yourself as I do the same thing. And just, I love to say there's nowhere to be, just right here, right now. Yes. So during this time, raise your hand or put something in the chat. Welcome everybody. There's some new people. Some people don't know me. I'm a Big Leap coach, Darlene Bellis. I'm also a guided imagery therapist. And I've been passionate about self-awareness and spiritual connection ever since I can remember. And I love to learn ways, of riding the life roller coaster. And I love to talk to other people about what is it like for you, because this life is a trip. And I love finding new ways to engage in life with joy. And I love being a human being, and I love all of it, and even the uncomfortable parts. And so the Hendrix have just augmented my consciousness practices, and I enjoy feeling good for longer periods of time. And this practice today is one of them. In fact, I'm going to have Michelle put up the slide, because one of Gay and Katie Hendrix's purposes in life is to increase, how can I expand my capacity to give and receive love more every day? Did I not make a slide for that? Oh, sorry. So I wanted to put the words up just so we can, oh yes, there it is. Okay. So I invite you to feel into this concept to expand my capacity to give and receive love more, to receive more love every day. So when I heard that, I'm like, yes, absolutely. You can take the slide down now. And then it's sort of like, well, how do I do that? And I like a good juicy wonder question. I wonder how I can expand my capacity to give and receive love every day. And then Katie Hendrix introduced Love Scoops to me. Now, Love Scoops is one of the fear melters. Katie teaches us about 4 fear signatures. And then there's 4 fear melters. It's a way to befriend our fear and let it kind of arc out on its natural energy wave, not participate in it, staying in our bodies, so we can go into choice brain more elegantly or eloquently, or shifting from fear to here, from threat to choice. So I'm not going to get into fear melters today. There's many videos and handouts, but Michelle will put in the chat the links to fear melters, and I recommend looking into that. Love Scoops to me is a fear melter, but it's so much more than that. And it's the idea that there's love all around, and I can scoop and I can scoop love and let it land, and I can receive that love. And when I first heard this, it's so funny that getting ready for this class, I had the awareness. I was very resistant. I'm not resistant to Hendrix practices, but I was like, she wanted us to do it every morning. She said, do fear melters every morning for at least 2 minutes just to see what happens. All these things are experiential. They're not up here. They're not a figuring out thing. So I said, okay, well, Katie seems to have been right about what generates aliveness and love for me. So I'm going to try it. But I just wanted to share this. Uh, I realized why I thought, well, I don't want to scoop love and just have it land on me. That can't be a high quality love. That's got to be like the sale, the clearance rack of love. And I really did think that. I like it when somebody looks at me or appreciates me, or my cat even gets on my lap, or somebody, my loved one. I hold my husband's hand. I like it like that, organically, or coming. It's like I thought it had to come towards me, and I had no control over it, kind of a thing. So love scoops, I started doing it every morning to music. My husband and I did, and we would have tears. One day there'd be tears. One day there'd be joy, like exuberance. It was it. I recommend, as at the end, I recommend doing love scoops to a song and just to see what happens. Um, so as I was love scooping, different things would come in, and I did feel that vibration deeply. I felt that love vibration in a high quality way. And I started having images of um, like my grandma, when the way she would look at me, I would catch her looking at me with delight. And I remember my body still registers that love. Um, there's my father, just being in my father's presence, we didn't have to say anything. I just felt accepted and loved by him, just being next to him. And my body, he died when I was 23, but my body, it's still alive in me, that love. And so many, many amazing things that I can't get into for the time happened as I was love scooping. So what I realized with these practices is I'm more of a creator than I ever thought. I knew I was creating things in my life. I knew I was a co-creator at least. Yes, things happen that are unexpected. And but what I realized with Love Scoops is, oh, I can reach out for love and I can receive it. I mean, and it's a real thing. So this is one of the practices where I am a creator. I source my own sense of love. I source my own sense of safety. You could put 10 more things. I'm the source of my experience. So the practice of love scooping is about shifting my consciousness. Um, and so, let's see, I lost my place. Oh, I was saying, I can go on and on about love scoops. So yeah, I learned it's free. I feel free to reach out and let love land in me. So as I was doing my love, so I called it my love energy pool. I had this image come in where I went down a path, and I'm going to walk later. I'm going to facilitate a guided imagery for you. So one thing I wanted to ask is if you have pen and paper available for a couple of notes, and then later, if you want to get comfortable, there's going to be a guided meditation. Hey, Krista, you got notes. So in fact, right now, um, I'm hoping I'd explained there's a love pool basically, and my love pool had that energy of it's a living thing, it's a living place. And so it's partly my imagination, it's partly my body sensations that I activate when I think of my loved ones. I think of pets I had when I was a child. I think of being in nature, on my favorite nature walk with a friend, or I think of the first time my husband and I held hands. Um, I'm getting teary on that one. Um, could be a place. I invite you, that's for right now with your pen and paper, I invite you to just jot down, kind of like, what do they call that, where you just brainstorm a person where you felt loved, or a place, or a hobby, an activity, maybe a piece of art you saw, perhaps a movie, a scene in a movie, or a piece of music. Um, these are just some prompts. So I'll give you a minute to brainstorm. What's what's in your love energy pool? Hmm. Oh, right now, Krista, just brainstorming anything that comes to mind where you felt loved, or you had the feeling of loving, either giving or receiving, or sometimes I'm just in nature and I feel that vibration wash over me from being a human being on this planet. Like it's the so just I'm inviting you to kind of popcorn style. Um, so now if you can come in for a landing, and yes, actually, Krista, I think you're psychic because I'm gonna invite you to think of one of those things you put down. Think of someone or something you know you love for sure. You can either close your eyes or hold a soft gaze. And as you have this in your heart about someone you know you love for sure or something, take 3 connected belly breaths. Now I'm wondering what body sensations are you experiencing? Just notice. Don't have to put a label on it necessarily. If you'd like to share in the chat, or if um, you can just unmute if you like to share in a 1 or 2 out breaths. If not, that's okay too.
I'd love to share just this. My cheeks feel like they're going to explode up here with just this joy and this effervescence that's bubbling up. And the feeling I have, it used to be that I would go to a person and my little nephew on a swing holding me while we were swinging in the sun, and that feels so good. But right now what feels amazing is knowing that this spark of one energy landed in all of us, over 8 billion of us, and it's so loving and happy to just express on April 15th, 1972, through this body and through all of your bodies, and how divine that is, that it can happen all at once. And it feels like my cheeks are going to explode, like that energy is contained and housed in all of us, but yet it's not. So it's just this explosion through my cheeks today.
Oh, oh, oh my goodness. That so I'm gonna absorb that. My body is having its effervescent, bubbly all around my arms, and oh, thank you, my dear friend Ayana, and so eloquently you just augmented my experience by me tuning into your experience, which you were speaking about our experience, and that, uh, I don't know if I'm going to get through this hour. And there's a lot of tears coming up, and tears of joy and love. And whoo, thank you. Oh, wow. Anybody else would like to share? Or if you could, can you mind the chat for me, Michelle, please? If there's comments.
Yeah, we've got what I wrote was open and soft energy inside my body. And Sabula, I see streaming, glowing, tingling. Yeah.
Glowing, tingling. I love hearing these. Okay. Oh, Krista, yes.
You know, it was funny. As soon as you said the last word, I'm holding my body like this, right? And then I could physically feel my shoulders just drop. And I just went, oh, and it was wonderful.
Oh, I so celebrate you noticing you holding your body a certain way, and then noticing you shifted and let go, or as my
Yeah.
word, let go. Wow. And I love your smile. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now that we've done a little priming the love energy pool, are you ready to discover what else is in your love energy pool? Are you open to a happy surprise? I know I am. So right now I would like you to get comfortable. I'm going to start the guided imagery in a minute. So I like to recline. Some people like to sit. You can lay down. You can turn your camera off. You can leave it on. This is about 14 minutes. And you may, I think I say it on the recording. This is a recording. You may go in and out of the sound of my voice. This experience is for you. So you have whatever experience you would like to have. Order it up with that cosmic waitress. And when you're ready, Michelle, if you could start the guided imagery, I'd appreciate that. Begin to get comfortable and relax. Close your eyes or hold a soft gaze, whatever is comfortable for you. Take nice, gentle, leisurely breaths. If possible, about 4 to 5 seconds on the in-breath and 4 to 5 seconds on the out-breath. Let your body settle in. As you take slow, deep breaths in, soften your belly, relaxing your diaphragm. And as you exhale, let go and settle into your chair or whatever is supporting your body even more. Release any tension with every breath. Notice the air coming in and moving out, allowing your body to be fully supported. There is nowhere to be, just right here, right now. Letting go even more. You may go in and out of the sound of my voice during this imagery. I invite you to co-create your own pleasurable experience with or without the sound of my voice. There is a profound body intelligence within each of us. With every in-breath, connecting more deeply to your true nature. with every exhale. Let go and allow any tightness to dissolve even more. As you breathe in, continue to create a beautiful energy field, aligning with infinite forces of universal, unconditional love and innate harmony. Now let's connect with that place where all is perfect, whole, and complete. You are perfect, whole, and complete. I invite you to use your creative imagination to vividly animate this guided imagery. Now imagine you're walking on a dirt path in a forest, a beautiful place in nature. Look around and take it all in. Notice what you see in this beautiful place in nature. Using all of your senses as you continue to enjoy walking on the path. Notice on your next in-breath the aroma in the air. Do you smell pine or sage or something else? Lick your lips. Can you discern a taste in the air? You continue down the path. What sounds do you notice? Perhaps you hear birds chirping, or your steps as you continue to walk in this beautiful place in nature. The lush trees are overgrown. As you look to the left, you notice a veil of green in your pathway. You pause at this green veil and you stand before it. You now slowly part the veil of green to reveal the most beautiful, exquisite pond you have ever seen. This is paradise, an otherworldly mix of nature and fantasy, a private, personal place just for you to feel all the love that has ever been there all along. As you breathe, you bask in the beauty of this special place. Take it all in. You stand at the edge and you look around and marvel at the sight of every color, iridescently pulsing through, swirling, streaming, swooshing, dancing colors of vibration in and over the pool. You see your favorite colors, as well as colors you've never seen before. The energies dance in delight with your recognition, with your presence. You hear the most beautiful and soothing sounds. You breathe in lovely aromas. You walk towards this exquisite, otherworldly pool. As you enter, you notice something unique. You stand and notice this is love vibration. You are standing in a love energy pool. Your love energy pool. Infinite forces of love surround you. This is a special pool indeed. It's vibrating, it's pulsating energy. You have entered another dimension. This place holds all of the love you have ever experienced and are experiencing now. The felt experience of being completely seen, feeling heard, appreciated for just being you. The energy of all the times you felt celebrated for your unique personality and spirit, the times you loved another or thoroughly enjoyed a place or activity. When time stood still and there was only love. Perhaps you see your favorite animal loved ones around the pool. Enjoying the vibration around your fingers, your toes, your arms, your whole body. Enjoying the vibration, you continue to immerse yourself. You notice an inviting place to rest in the pool. You get comfortable in whatever manner your body chooses. As you settle in, you feel your heart space expand even more with every breath. A sense of peace and well-being fills you. As you allow universal unconditional love to wash over you, to saturate your cells, your molecules, inside and outside of your body, you enhance this experience. You let it saturate your very being. You absorb it. You are immersed in an infinite well of love. As you merge and let go, the energy amplifies even more. You may remember moments where your heart opened wide. The images may be a vague knowingness in your body, or it may be a specific memory, or perhaps a fantasy of your design. This warm, loving feeling. It brings a feeling of giving love, receiving love. I will now give you some time to have your own experience. Now, as you come in for a landing from this imagery, knowing you can always visit whenever you like, but for now, feeling your body on the chair, slowly and gently come back to the room as you may remember a special moment during the imagery when you felt the experience of love. And I invite you to savor these sensations for an extra moment or 2 or 10. Come back to the room even more. Take your time, become aware of your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes ever so gently, taking your time to feel your body on your chair even more. Savoring this experience as you come back to the room. Hear the sounds. Notice the air on your skin. Slowly and gently come back to the room, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this love energy pool experience. Welcome back. Welcome back. Whew. I'd like to open up for sharing. There may be sharing, there may be not. No, there's no wrong or right ways to be here. I'm absorbing. Nancy, hi Nancy.
Oh, hi. Well, I'm just going to be brave.
Oh,
When you said seen and heard, I felt very emotional because that for me feels love. That's how I feel love. And at the same time, I could feel some tension in my shoulders, like resistance. Maybe that was fear coming up about being more open to that, being more open to being seen and heard. And how I don't always allow that, only with certain few people. And I haven't really allowed myself to expand on that. So there's some kind of sadness about that.
I'm feeling very good hearing that. Thank you for sharing.
I appreciate you allowing me to share that. That means something in me wants to have more.
I celebrate you for being open to both things can be true. I want more, and I have some fear, I have some resistance, and including both of them and loving yourself. I adore you, Nancy, and thank you for sharing that. Making up that was very brave, and I'm very touched, and I relate very much to what you're saying.
It's good to know I'm not alone. Thank you. I think that's a big piece for me. So thank you.
To me, including the resistance is kind of the key. Including it with love, loving curiosity. I'm experiencing you as being lovingly curious with yourself, and I'm really celebrating you, Nancy, for being here and sharing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. I feel like that's such a big part of being in the human body. And when we separated into these bodies, it's this feeling that, oh, I'm alone. And yet leaving that space that you just shared with us, just that space to feel it, is a big part of allowing that to exist on this journey and finding strength in this. Like, I kind of feel like it's a moat, right? And so if there's a moat, then you're somewhere in that center, you're feeling alone, but that moat is really this space where there's this breath, just a space to feel that and to come into what you just did with us, kind of extend that drawbridge and just share that part and kind of just allow it to be there, and then remind yourself that we are just everything. We really are the spark of the divine. And we're remembering that. We're remembering that we are all of that, but we came in here and forgot it. And so I thank you so much for sharing that, because it really is a space I think we all feel that kind of bumped around and bruised around, and then more and more alone. And so your tears and everything, you are seen. I know you're seen by everyone here and felt by everyone here. That's why we're here, right? And to come out of that and to raise this part of the consciousness, right? So good for you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to Darlene and Michelle and everyone here. So you're not alone. I feel it.
Beautifully said. Oh my goodness. I feel that high vibration with hearing those words land on my heart. This is profound. I'm appreciating a safe space, this free space to be vulnerable with you all, and for you to be vulnerable with me if you choose, whether it's with words or not. This is something I think so many of us want that and don't know how to get it. And I'm just so appreciating this space and each one of you for showing up. I'm making up. The more we love ourselves, the more we're moving the needle towards harmony and a world with no wars. I really do believe that. I would like to see it happen in my lifetime. I think what we're doing here is not a small thing. So, oh, thank you. Wow, I'm feeling very tender. And would anybody else like to share? Hey, Mary.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like there's always been sort of a separation between the divine love that's flowing through me and then this little human person who needs love. And when you started talking about the love pool, I just started having memories of family members that are gone, just my uncles and my aunts that all really loved me. And just these, when they looked at me, like sparkles came out of their eyes. And so for me, putting them in my love pool and then pulling that into me is really a way of combining the divine with the human self. And it's been just, it's probably one of my favorite tools in the whole Hendrix thing, as far as immediate relief, immediate, like, I am loved, and
Wow. Yeah.
and I'm watching it manifest more clearly in my life. I was at a funeral this past weekend, and my cousin had lost his partner, and I could just feel him feeling all alone there. And I just moved up and I sat by him and put my arm around him and just shared that tenderness with him that maybe in the past I wouldn't have done. And he sent me a text in the middle of the night that night, just thanked me that he needed to be touched. He needed that warmth, and I feel like because I'm learning how to bring it into my own being now, I'm more sensitive to sharing it with other people because I'm letting myself feel that love.
To me, you are describing increasing the capacity, expanding the capacity to give and receive love. And that was a beautiful testimony of how this demonstrates in my life as well. And I mean, what a gift. You followed I'm going to say you followed your divine impulse.
Yes.
And as Katie likes to say, what is love? Love is being with.
Yes.
You did that for him.
I felt like his partner was with me and gave me a little nudge, and it I when he texted me, I said, "There's no place else that I wanted to be. I wanted to be right there with him and hold it, you know." Um, I just know that my capacity for love has just shifted so much since I've been in the Monday morning group. And I mean, when I first started coming to the Monday morning group, I just found myself sitting in the background crying because I knew that my heart was safe there. I knew my heart was safe and that I could just be myself.
Yeah, thank you. Mary, speaking about Monday morning on California time, Katie does Love in Action or Loops and Scoops. I don't know if Michelle can put that in the chat, but thanks, great. Of course, she's on top of it. We have a lovely 15-minute consciousness practice, looping, like what's going on with you, what's going on with me. And it's a tool that you could take into your day. And then we have an after party, I call it, where big talk. So, well, thank you, Mary. I'm looking at the time and would anybody else like to share? Channel, my
Yeah.
good friend.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm so
yeah.
appreciating.
Channel, I gotta show you.
Beautiful. Your special teddy. So appreciating being here today with everyone. And Mary, as you were talking about putting your arm around your cousin, a friend sent there's a photo, and it was of a elderly penguin who had just lost their life partner with she was female, and a younger male penguin who had lost their partner. And apparently every night these two penguins have their arms around each other as they watch the sun setting for about 2 hours. But it's like they just know that they need that embrace. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful image. And I know with your guided imagery today, Darlene, I ended up swimming in the water, and I just felt that love, like that warmth and that glow just all around me. Yeah, so I'm grateful for you creating that.
It sounds like you were actually in a love pool. In
Yeah.
a real live love pool.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was yummy.
I love what you said, because that's a good example of what else I wanted to talk about. Just that I vividly imagined the penguins. Was it the penguins? For 2 hours. So, and all of your shares today, this is part of my practice. I'm going to imagine that what I'm feeling while I'm hearing you share, all of you, and that penguin image and the holding the hand, I actually make it into a ball, and I use my body to place it into my love energy pool. To me, this is a practice. This is the other part of the practice I wanted to share, is it's a way to elongate and savor and absorb the experience of love. Because I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning. I was going to mention that the brain has a negativity bias, and we survived because of it. Thank you, ancestors. And thank you, brain. And it didn't really get the memo that we don't need it to be quite looking out for so much negativity. And as Rick Hansen says, we are Velcro for the negative and we're Teflon for the positive. The good news is, with consciousness, we can change that. We have neuroplasticity. We can make the good Velcro and the bad Teflon. And this is what I'm here for. This is part of what this practice is here for, is I can participate. How can I be an active participant in absorbing the good? And seriously, all these shares today, and I really do like I actually get my body involved. Katie teaches me with body wisdom, body intelligence. I'll make a ball and I'm gamifying it basically. I'm making it into a game. So I'm feeling that love vibration longer than I would normally before I started this practice. So before I'd be like, oh, for example, I was doing Love Scoops on Monday. Side note promo, Channel and I do a Fear Melter dance party every Monday morning, California Monday, I should say, because she's in New Zealand, so it's her Tuesday. Channel, if anybody wants to put their email in the chat, get on our Fear Melter dance party list. It's quite fun. I do one song per Fear Melter. The last one is Love Scoops. So the other day I was love scooping to a beautiful song, one of my favorite things. And I hear this hello, hello, and it's outside my door. And it was my next door neighbor. The mother was there with her little 3-year-old boy, and the aunt was getting out of the car and saying hello to the 3-year-old boy. I can't say this without crying. Like what Mary said, the look of delight on the aunt's face, she lit up with so much love. I could feel it from upstairs. I can feel it from how many yards away. I'm still affected by it. And I know right now I'm activating that love, talking to you about it. And it touched my heart so deeply. That the way she lit up and just that love vibrated to me. So I took that and I'm gonna place it. So next time so we're getting into love scooping now. So next time I go to scoop love, which is what I'm gonna get into, that has more love in it. It has another, it's an ever expanding, like living, entity. And so this is what I want to talk to about now is love scooping. So the idea is now that you have your love energy pool, we engage our neuromuscular system by reaching out with our torso. So I invite you, all of these things are experiential. They don't happen in the head. And even if it feels weird, I know most of you probably have done this. So you reach out and you imagine the love around you and try going slowly, leisurely, I like to say. You could try doing it fast if you want. You try to do it fast, when people usually do it, they're like, yeah, I'm not feeling love. I don't know what you're talking about. This doesn't work. So we like to do it wrong first. But for me, the love scoop is I'm training myself to realize that there is love around me always. I'm reminding myself there's love around me always, and I can reach out, I can scoop it, I can let it land anywhere in my body. I invite you to ask yourself, where on my body wants some attention right now? And you scoop with your torso, like really reach. Let it land. So now I'm gonna ask you on your next scoop. So let's do a leisurely scoop. Well, first, I'm gonna pump up the love. I'm gonna amplify the love. Even doing this, for some reason, I feel love. I can feel love all around me. The one Mary was talking about, like the divine love, the mystery of life that connects us all in nature. So I'm gonna pump it up. Now I'm gonna scoop. And so I invite you to let me guide you to scoop. Feel the love as it's coming in. Ooh, I can feel that vibration. Now let it land on your body. And so now hold it there on your body. So now, as you take some connected breaths, I want you to feel your loving hand on your body as the giver. There's a loving hand on your body right now. You're loving this body with your hand. So now as you hold your hand on your body, I'm going to ask you to shift your awareness to being the receiver. Feel your loving hand from the inside of your body, almost as if a loved one has their hand on your body and you're feeling it from the inside. Notice what you feel. For me, it was a revelation. I can feel my own loving hand from the inside. And I did have resistance in the beginning, and I had sadness when I realized kind of what Nancy was talking about. I had that similar experience of, if I can't scoop up love and let it land on my body and receive it, like, I felt very sad that I could not give myself that love. And so I knew this is what I wanted to do. And so I started love scooping every day, and I increased my capacity to receive my own love and realize I am the source of love in my life. I'm creating the love vibration. I broadcast it, and then I magnetize it. I can't tell you. I could take another hour telling you the magical things that have happened to me. And I've had more appreciations that feel so genuine and just floor me in the last like 2 years. My whole life, I didn't hear that many appreciations. Either I didn't hear them because I let them be like Teflon, or they weren't happening because I wasn't open to, I think I wasn't broadcasting that vibration. I think there was both things happening. I didn't let myself hear it, or I didn't believe it. So that's another thing I wanted to impart here. Oh my goodness, it's 9:57. This is all about shifting our consciousness. How can I shift my consciousness to that love vibration? How can I have love goggles on. I'm looking for opportunities. When I feel that love, I make that into that ball, or sometimes I'll do it in my mind. If I'm at Trader Joe's or something, I see two people being kind to each other. It happens at Trader Joe's a lot. I don't know what's going on. I think they have a high vibration of love. I'll scoop it up and I put it in my love energy pool. I have a huge smile on my face. I see my cat Simon over there and my grandma, and they're waving at me as I'm putting this new stuff in, and I'm elongating the experience. So that's as I come in for a landing with this talk is, do I have one more slide? I believe I have one more slide. Sorry about the paper sound there. So this leaves us to the last slide. Letting the love energy soak in until it is a whole body experience. I want to leave you with that. How can I savor this love energy? I love that. Letting the love energy soak in until it is a whole body. If nothing else, this neutralizes the negativity bias. I think it actually goes the other way. I see love all around me, and I know I'm in choice brain the more I love scoop and the more I add to my love energy pool. So I think I said most of what I wanted to say. My challenge for today was, how do I narrow this down to an hour? I have so much to say about love scoops and love energy pool, and I think I did okay. So
I think you did more than okay. Do we all agree that this is more than okay? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to say one more thing. I want to ask each one of you to choose something to celebrate about yourself within the last hour, or maybe earlier today. Let yourself celebrate and appreciate something about yourself, because I know I am. I'm appreciating each and every one of you so much. So with that, I guess breathe, move, love. Press the next play.
Oh, Darlene, thank you so much for sharing your heart and your love for this work. I am blown away. I think that was that was a 1 hour gem of what this tool is to you and what it can mean for everyone else. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being with us today. And I hope we see you on a Monday morning, whether it's for Fear Melter Dance Party or our Monday calls with Katie at 9 a.m. Pacific. Love to see you all. So take very good care, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.